Hey all brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Now, we are gearing ourselves up for sorting out this water basin thing. We've got some more stuff that these guys are not sweeping because they keep dropping stuff. So I want to make sure that they get everything. What have we got there? Dirt. Oh, right, okay. Come on, everybody run. There's lots of CO2 down here. We don't want you struggling for air, do we? What is the state of the air right now? Ooh, yeah, it's not good. We need them to finish... Let's put all this bit on priority 8 so that we can get the other oxygen diffuser built. That would be preferable. My main focus for today is getting this basin finished and probably trying to sort out this this septic tank that I want to put down here so that we can try and get all this polluted water put away. So we'll probably need to finish up this liquid lock over here. And that's all sand. We're going to have to be careful with building stuff around here. It's going to be kind of awkward. We might be able to manage it. Who has mastered a job? Lyra has mastered the gopher job. Wonderful. Let's put this on a priority 7. I think... No, that one's on an 8, so we'll do the same with this one. We've got another mealwood harvest coming in soon, so we're going to have to make sure... Well, they're all going to go off to go and harvest all that, but... I think we're nearly ready to get all the stuff sorted out over here. Get in there. What I might do, just to make things a little bit easier for these guys, we'll build a ladder coming down here on a 9 and dig up this on a 9. Just let some oxygen float around, let the CO2 fall down. And we'll put a ladder up here on a 9. We'll just get a few bits done on a high priority so that we can let them get up here a little bit quicker. Well, the air cleaned up nice and quickly, which is good stuff. But it is night time, so they're all going to go sleep. Really do need to try and sort out a coal generator sometime soon as well, I think. Because these guys constantly having to go and run on these manual generators is just kind of occupying their time. It's not ideal. I would rather they weren't wasting time doing that. But this basin is my main focus right now. Need to get this finished. Okay, I'm getting a bit tired of them having to rely on this, so we're going to build a little bit of a platform here just to put a coal generator on. This is only going to be a temporary thing, I think, but I want to get some more hands-off power generation, just so that these guys aren't having to waste time on this. But ooh, we have a new duplicate or new printable. Ooh, copper. I may want the copper unless. Ah, damn it! What do I need out of people? Jobs. Right, farm, cook, research, ranch. Right, I do need someone who can dig. Right, you are a slow learner, but you're an early bird. You can farm, cook, and dig. Okay, we're going to take Hassan with us. You're going to be joining our little team. You haven't got much in the way of attributes, but those will increase as you do things, so yeah, we got a lot of work to do with you, but I'm sure it'll all work out fine. Right, tear those down, set that on 8, and we'll set that to a threshold of 60% on the battery, just to make sure that it stays sufficiently loaded with materials. Now, can we finish this sweep, please? Oh, I think we've got the last of it. So, yeah, I'm going to set this and this to a priority 7. Get the rest of that built. Now, I think there might be a small enough amount of water here that if I were to drop it in, this hatch that's buried here might just kind of get up and run. I'm hoping that I don't drown the poor bugger. Close it off on this end, however. Yeah, everybody is currently struggling for oxygen. It's not the most pleasant thing in the world. I know. I'm sorry, guys. But, oh, come on. That mesh tile's nearly done. We can unleash the flood in a minute, so let's get that underway. Let's just dig out a couple of bits of algae, and we can make a start on this. Ah, bloody downtime. It's going to ruin my fun. I want to watch the whole thing go. I mean, if preferable, I'd like you guys to be out of the tank by the time I do this, so that I could just close the whole thing off. So, do you guys want to just stay out there? Do you want to just burrow on that side of everything? Or are you going to... You cheeky fucker. Don't you follow it? Oh, God. Come on, come on, come on. Over this side, both of you. No, you're going the wrong way. Ooh. Oh. Close enough, I suppose. But there we go. There's the flood. It's draining out the first lot. Oh, I love just getting to watch like the gases just float around. It's really cool. They've done such a good job of making that look effective at what it does. Or for what it is, I suppose. Let's get those little bits of sand dug up. And we'll dig out those bits these bits here as well, so that we can just try and get all of the various different bits of water to drop down into our new big basin. And we'll dig out all of this as well, and hope that all of it just drips down, and if this hatch gets disturbed, then that will hopefully wake him up, get him outside, and we can close this off. But I don't think there was enough water there. Damn. But we've made a start on things, and that's the important part of all of this. Which one do I want to drop in next? It's probably going to be this one, because this one's a lot smaller. And how do I want to tackle that? Because this is going to prove to be awkward. Alright, what I might do will be drag this over this way. I think if I just get it to run down, like, across here, we'll just kind of prep things so that they're ready for when we unleash the next lot. And then I've got to consider how I want to do things over this side as well. This one is going to be awkward. Just because I'm not 100% sure on how the water's going to flow. I can try to direct it as much as I can. But I've not tried to do this before, so I don't know how this is going to go. But what I might do is I might speed time up so that we can try and get this little hatch out of here. Let the night cycle roll around and hope that he decides to move, because that would be very helpful. I'm going to build this up on this side. Just build it up there. Oh god, I'm still building everything on a 9. I don't really need that. We're going to close things off there just so that the water doesn't flood into this section, because that's where we don't want it. And we're going to dig out that on a 7 as well. We're on downtime, so once nighttime rolls around, maybe the hatch will move. If both of them are out over on this side, which would be preferable. I mean, if need be, I can always just make an actual tile out of that space, because then they won't burrow into it, and they'll stay over on this side. Maybe I should have just done that. That probably would have been easier. They certainly seem far more interested in staying over this way, though. Oh, never mind. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're just gonna build a tile in this space, because then the hatch will get dug up. He'll be disgruntled, and then he'll move, and unless he wakes up, gets disgruntled, and decides to go over this side. You can never trust these things. Oh. Managed to burrow the damn thing inside the tile now. Okay, well, I'm assuming that probably won't kill the thing. I'm mildly concerned about this little shine bug, though. But let's build that up there. And then we can start focusing on shifting the other water supplies over. So we're going to deconstruct that ladder. Do that on a 9. We're going to build a regular tile in its place. And then build a ladder up this way. I'm going to clear out these 2 bits here. And hope that this little water redirection project works. I'm going to dig out that as well, just so that we've got an extra bit of space for the funnel. And yeah, you need to go. Alright. Let's try things over this way first. Dig out a little bit of space on this side. While they're putting in the ladders. This does mean we're going to be out of a accessible water supply for the time being, but we'll fix it. We will sort it, and it will be fine. Ooh. Okay, that seems to be working. Awesome. Oh man, that's fantastic. I'm so glad that that worked. We probably have little bits that we'll need to mop up, but otherwise, that was flawless. Right, let's try this one now. Oh, there it goes. Oh, nobody's happy about that. What in the hell is going on with that? Oh, that was sand. Oh yeah, we did get a little bit of flooding down here. But that's easily dealt with. We can just mop that up. Oh, yeah. That worked really well. Oh, I'm super happy with that. Right, so we'll mop all of that. I think we can probably mop all that as well. I think there's probably a bit too much water in the rest of this. And printables, we've got new ones. So let's see what we can get. Some coal, I will have that. Yeah, I'm not interested in anything else, so we'll have the coal. Not great that we've got just a massive stream of water coming down this ladder. It's going to upset everyone. Let's get the rest of this mopped. And I think we can deconstruct this. But this bottled water will keep a lot of you know, like the food production and everything satisfied while we're finishing everything else up. I do want to dig out the rest of this just so we can get the rest of this water to filter down. But yeah, these guys aren't happy about the ladder being drenched. That's going to be detrimental to their morale. Sorry guys, I don't mean it. I'm not trying to put you through pain and misery. As soon as it's all dribbled down, we'll be fine. Just got to be patient. I suppose in the meantime we could get some research underway. What stuff do we want to go for? Interior decor, let's go for that. I was thinking about going for the next stage of the food and farming stuff. But I don't know, I think some decorative stuff to spruce the place up would be quite nice. That is one hell of a basin full of water, though. Nice. Let's figure out how we're going to make that accessible to the duplicants. But I'm sure we'll figure something out. As I said, that's going to be a temporary basin for the most part anyway. We will eventually be transferring things into a more permanent tank at some point. For now, I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, that shine bug died. He did leave an egg though, that I cannot select. Oh dear, that's not good. Right, now I want to put this back up on a priority. So we're going to dig this stuff out on an 8. And I need to... Oh no, I do have May, who is still qualified for digging that sort of stuff. But I want to give Hassan his miner job. Yes, you are going to be my apprentice miner. Hassan, welcome to the team, welcome to the staff, whatever. I'm also going to start setting things up for another storage room. That comes down to here. So I'm going to just sort things out. Now, figuring out how I'm going to work around all of this stuff is going to be kind of awkward. But this might work. If I focus on, like, I tell you what, if I cancel that tile, if we don't dig out the sand just to start with, because that's going to fall down, it's going to allow all of this hydrogen and chlorine and all the other nasty stuff to kind of potentially filter through before we get the lock established. I don't want that. But it's nice to see that all of the water is done. All of that's been filtered down into our nice big basin in a very timely and efficient manner. I'm very impressed with the way that worked. That was so much fun. Brilliant little bit of engineering, if I do say so myself. It's really engineering. Hey, there we go. We've got some decorative stuff now. We've got flower pots. We've got lamps and ceiling lights. Those are going to be very useful. Not right now, but we will be making use of them later on. Okay, now we want to be very cautious about how we place these tiles going forward. If we're careful and if we're clever, we can keep, like, you know, a diagonal connection between these tiles and the sand here. And with luck... Yep, that is still just oxygen, so we haven't shifted the hydrogen into our little habitat just yet. So we want to try and do the same, pushing forward over this way. I want to cover all of this sand. I want to get all of this sort of in the right kind of location so that we can have a little sturdy walkway here. So we're kind of going to need that. Again, yep, just oxygen and the occasional little bits of carbon dioxide around this way. It's working great. Right, I'm going to get this little thing dug out. Actually, let's not bother just digging it out. Let's put in our bottle emptier, and then once that's in place, we'll sweep up this whole thing, and then we'll start putting in, or we're going to need to get a new pitcher pump. Oh, I just realised you guys can't actually access the rest of that, so you need a ladder up there, don't you? There we go. We'll sweep all of this, and then we need to get a pitcher pump, so we'll sweep down here as well. Oh dear, we have a food shortage. Is that because of a lack of water? Yes, it really is. Okay. Yeah, we've got enough lice loaf. We're just a few hundred calories short, or nearly 2,000 calories short. So 2 people are going to go hungry. I need to make sure that we address that issue. I think addressing that issue means we need to try and sort out a much more substantial farm. So I think we do need to look at meal preparation so we can get access to farm tiles. That research needs to happen. If anything, I'm just impressed that we built up this much CO2 already. I mean, we've got a lot of clear oxygen up this way, so I don't know. We've got quite a bit of slime lung up above us as well. Oh, we got another little colony building up there. Whatever that might contain. Yeah, we're going to have to start trying to expand out into various other areas. These puffs are multiplying. Weird bug-eyed things. Oh, we got a little hatchling as well. How you doing, buddy? You having a nice day? Hopping about? So bloody cute. Right, I'm going to deconstruct these two mesh tiles here to drop in a pitcher pump. I might build like a little kind of tile roof over it so that when we start digging out stuff up here, it doesn't all fall down into the bottom of the basin. Because that would be awkward. In fact, yeah, let's get more of that dug out, or torn up, in fact. So I'm going to put ladders down on either side, like so. Although some of this stuff is going to fall in. I hope the hatchling doesn't. Little hatchling, move, thank you. Ooh. Oh. I was concerned you were gonna perish. You're having me worried. But yeah, we're temporarily sacrificing a little bit of copper. But it will do. It will be fine. We'll survive. One of those being built on. We need those built on an 8, I think. Get all that set up so that we can start getting water. Again, we need it for food production. Not that we've got any... Oh, we do have a mealwood farm ready. Yep. People aren't going to... Not everybody's going to get to eat today. Well, they are. We're just shy of... Oh, and there's meat as well. Somehow. I don't know where that came from. Maybe some hatches died or something. That'd be my guess. Yeah, I need to figure out where I want to put my power supply. This power generation needs to move somewhere else. Preferably somewhere down... Like maybe underneath this storage or something. Maybe even behind the storage, who knows. I'm not 100% sure on where I want to put it just yet. I mean, everybody's got a lot of work to do, so maybe I could do a little bit of planning with my my blueprints on a 1. So, coal generators are pretty big objects. But I do want to make sure that I've got... Okay, so that is going to be external wall. I want space for a storage bin to store coal so that it is on site for the generators. I'm thinking I might want to make this a fairly sizable room for adding additional generators in at some point. So I'll drag a line across here so we can put the storage bin down there. And we can put generator there. We'll put airflow tiles underneath on either side of that. And then we'll have a battery there. And then we can set up another coal generator on the other side. And then once we get access to the heavy watt wires, things can move down and around this way. I think I like that. We can put some CO2 scrubbers underneath all of this. And that will work nicely for getting our air cleaned, because we can then pump CO2 in from other parts of the colony as well. Ooh, yeah, I think I kind of like this. So I might deconstruct this, and we'll set some of this here. We'll set that to a 7, and we'll dig out some of this as well. And dig out that much. The rest of it can wait. Right, we got another print available. More coal, I think. I'm not interested in any of the duplicants, not with those traits. Narcoleptic and flatulent are not things that I particularly want to be dealing with. So we'll do that. And we've got research complete for our meal preparation. Brilliant. I don't know why everybody's not going... Oh, I just realised why people aren't going about gathering food. It's because it's sharing the same priority as this sweep job. So I've knocked that down to a 7, so people can go and prioritise sorting food stuff out. Because we kind of need this mealwood harvest to come in. Oh, this is on a 7 as well. Ooh, whoops. Maybe I need to set all this stuff to an 8. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll set it to an 8. We'll copy the settings across so that this stuff gets done on a much higher priority. And then it can go straight over to the micro-musher. Priorities. Get them fucking straight. I think we got things, the priorities are a little more balanced now, so they're going about doing other jobs. Which is, I stuck a little bit of water over here. Maybe we should mop that up. We'll mop that up on a 6. Oh, that CO2 is heavy. And why do I feel like that oxygen diffuser wasn't working? I also feel like I need to move this one. I think it's struggling where it is. We'll work that out in due time. Set the priority on this down to a 6, just so that we can focus on the things that we need first. I need to sort out this water stuff. Okay. New power generation room is getting sorted. I'm going to cordon off some of this CO2 as well, which is going to be... it's not necessary, I don't think, but I'm sure these guys will not complain about there being some CO2 that they're not going to have to breathe in. Doesn't stop it from being the same as the rest of the CO2, but, you know, who knows. Do I know what these people think? Probably not. The pressure in that little pocket of oxygen is pretty high. Damn. Okay. This is going to have the same settings as this coal generator. Apply those there. You're now going to be on a priority 1. I think we're not going to worry about you getting recharged. We'll just let you drain through the remainder of your coal supply. But we will start sorting out some wiring coming up and around here. And we're going to tell this box that it is allowed just coal. I only want coal in it. And that's going to be on a priority 6, I think. Because that's a higher priority than these storage bins. So what the duplicants will do is, if they find coal lying around, they'll prioritise taking it to this one. If there's no coal just lying around, then they'll take the coal from the storage bin here, the one with the lower priority, and they'll transfer it to this one. Which I quite like that. I think that's a neat little mechanic for things. Alright. You are running low on power now, which is good. And I think we're getting close to... we've still got a lot of materials here that we need to transfer over, we need to sweep up. But we're getting there. Bit by bit, it's happening. But man, that CO2 does not look good. I really want to clean that air. Because it's like, what, the lower third of the colony is currently just carbon dioxide. I don't want these guys breathing it. It's not good. And... kaput. Kaput. Right. Delete you. And we're going to connect up this battery over here. And then you're going to be good to go, mate. And the sweep job is done. Fantastic. Right, we want to enable auto bottle on this. We want to set this to a priority 8 for clean water. 8. Enable auto bottle. And enabling auto bottle clicking that little thing means that the duplicates will go to the pitcher pump. They will get water from there, and they will deliberately bring it over here. And we want to slow things down a little bit. We want to fill this up till the tile in here on this level reach about, I'd say, a good 500 to 600 kilograms. And it still feels weird to be talking about water in weight as opposed to volume. It's a rather strange thing. And we're on a food shortage again. So I think it might be time for us to start thinking about our meal lice farm. So I want to put farm tiles across all of that. And I want to deconstruct the stuff underneath it, deconstruct that tile. And I want to put another row of farm tiles underneath. Deconstruct some more of this wiring as well, because some of it's unnecessary. It's superfluous wiring. And then we want to dig out the remainder of this. We can probably deconstruct these two doors as well. They're not needed. Oh yes, that is a nice looking plot of farm tiles. I think we are going to be well sorted for food. I think that's pretty much doubled the capacity up here. I'll let everything up here finish its current yield. But I'm going to want to set those on a 7 so we can get rid of them. But otherwise, mealwood seeds on a priority 8 plant and copy settings. Boom! Much better. And, ooh, omelette. Considering I don't want any of the duplicates, yeah, we'll have 8,400 kilograms of omelette, fluffed and folded egg innards. Oh god, it's delicious. It turns out you do, in fact, have to break a few eggs to make it. You do. I generally use 4. This is also filling up rather nicely. I think maybe 1 or 2 more. Maybe 1 more bottle in each. On each side, I think, will be enough. Because I think each of these bottles contains 200 kilograms. So that should get us up to... oh, I don't know. That's 333. How much is that going to get us to? 400 something? 399, yeah, a little under 400. Okay, this one is going to be turned off. Don't want any more going over here. I'll let 1 more come over this way, I think. What are we lacking here? No seeds. Oh, no. Okay, well, let's deconstruct the ones that have just started to grow again. And we can get ourselves some seeds. Oh. Fucking downtime. Bane of my existence in this. I think everybody's enjoying the omelettes anyway, so that's good. That should be excellent for morale for the next day or so. Right, this is going to be the last water delivery over to this lock. So let that drain out. And that will do it. So we've got 533 kilograms of water across here. What we need to do now, 1 last tile into this space, and then the water in the middle tile will kind of cling to the roof. That will form the lock, which you will see when the bloody thing gets built. I'll take later. May, you coming over to finish the job, are you? Okay, great. Thank you. But there we go. That is a liquid lock, and that will keep any gas from passing through this little area. So now, what we can do is we can start moving out into this area. We can build a ladder up this way. We can start digging out all of this mess. And I'm going to start putting tiles in up the far end of this so that we can start pushing this atmosphere back over this way. Now, the only downside to this is obviously the duplicates have to go through this water, which gives them, A, the soggy feet, negative negative trait or negative effect, and when they're completely submerged, they get sopping wet, which makes them less happy as well. So if they've got to do a lot of work over this side that involves them going back and forth over quite a few cycles, they're not going to be particularly happy, and it will drop morale. But otherwise, it's a completely flawless system for maintaining, you know, the gases on either side of this. You know, the oxygen and carbon dioxide and stuff. You know, that's CO2 there. That's not hydrogen or chlorine or anything. All of this will stay over this way, and eventually we can just like pump this stuff out where we need it to go, which is going to make life a little bit easier, I reckon. And we've all but cleared out our original mealwood farm now. It's all happening down here, and I think it's a good environment for it. Everything's looking good. I think this has been some good progress this episode. We've managed to get our big water basin all sorted out. We do still have like a few little bits just sat down the bottom. We do have like one big bottle of water as well. It's the one problem with like the pitcher pump and ladders is, like, you know, if anything does fall, it falls all the way down. But it's not the end of the world. It's not like we had, like, compared to the amount of stuff that was there before we started the sweep job, it's nowhere near as bad. And we've made a start on our farm. We've got some coal-generated power, which means we don't have to worry about duplicants wasting their time running on the manual generators. And we set up our first little liquid lock, and we're getting things all set up so that we can start pushing you know, blocks down this way, so we can start kind of acquiring this space here for additional construction, which I think is going to be great. So, still plenty more development to go, still plenty more work to do, and I'm looking forward to seeing how things are going to keep going here at the Dangerous Dump. We'll see how things go, but for now I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays or metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment, just leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. No, the sausages!